What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm going to give you 4 more fun and easy ukulele riffs. Based on the success of the first one, I figured I might as well make a version 2 and give you guys 4 new riffs just to have some fun with. I'm appreciating all the comments and the likes and the good feedback. It means a lot to me. Also, all these riffs are going to be contained in my second edition of Ukulele Riffs. So it's called Ukulele Riffs 2. And it's got a whole new set of 30 riffs in it. And they're a little bit harder, actually. There's a little bit more going on, and there's more tricks and things like that. If you have trouble with the tricks, you can always get my ebook, How to Play Anything on the Ukulele, and it's got all of that in there as well. It goes through it step by step, along with a video that will walk you through it. So anyways, those links are just right down there. Let's go ahead and move on and show you those 4 fun and easy ukulele riffs. Okay, our first riff is Shine On You Crazy Diamond by Pink Floyd. Let's go ahead and talk about how we're going to set this thing up and start it. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our first finger on our E string, 6th fret. And then our third finger goes on the A string, 8th fret. We're going to start there to get this thing going. So we've got a lot of string skipping happening, so don't say I didn't warn you. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with our 6th fret E string, go to our 8th fret A string, jump clear across the pond to the G string, open, and then we're going to play the 7th fret, letting our middle finger come down and our ring finger come up to play the 7th fret of our A string. So it all goes like this. The next riff that we have is Secret Agent Man by Johnny Rivers. Here's what it sounds like. Now this one seems simple, it's very easy in the movement, but the way we're moving, the rhythm of it, the swing of the song can be kind of challenging. So use this video as reference and use the song itself as reference. Listen to the song. So here's the way it goes. It's very simple. It starts with just this E string open and it goes to the A string. So it's going to go. And we've got our index finger comes down on the E string 1st fret. And then we're going to play with that for a second, go back to our A string, back to our E string 1st fret, back to our A string open, drop that middle finger down for the 2nd fret of our E string, back to our open A string, back to our 1st fret of the E string, and then finally the last 3, keeping our index finger here, A string open, E string 1st fret, A string open. So overall I'm going to do it slow. It sounds like this. And that's Secret Agent Man by Johnny Rivers. Our next riff actually requires us to do one of those tricks I mentioned in the intro. It's going to be using a pull-off. So this is Today by Smashing Pumpkins. And I'm going to go and play it for you first so you can see how it's done, and then I'll actually break it down and show you what you got to do. So here it is. One more time. Okay, so let's break it down and show you what I'm doing here. I've got my index finger barring the 1st fret of the E and the A strings. The 6th fret of the E and the A strings. Alright, those are already set. So we're going to start with our A string, 6th fret. Go to the E string, 6th fret. Use our 3rd finger to play the 8th fret, A string. Back to our E string, 6th fret. Lifting our ring finger, our 3rd finger up. Playing that A string on the 6th fret. E string back on the 6th fret, and then we've got our pinky coming up, the 4th finger, and that's not everyone's favorite, up to the 10th fret of our A string. Kind of a stretch, I know, but just do the best you can. I told you this would be a little bit harder. And so we've got a pull off here. Okay, and the pull off, I've got mentioned how to do that and how to play anything on the ukulele. It's in the description below, but for now, I want you just to flick. Okay? Flick that pinky off, revealing your 6th fret A string, and then go back to end it on the 6th fret of your E string. So overall it's this. Time for our final riff, Don't Stop Believin' by Journey. This one is a definite crowd pleaser. So let's go ahead and break it down. First thing I want to mention is that there's no tricks, which is nice, but you're going to be using these 3 fingers. Anything for our first fret, we'll use our first finger for. Anything on the second fret will be taken down by our second finger. Anything on the third fret will be taken down by our third finger. I'm just going to be using my thumb for this whole thing, so keeping that simple on this end. Here it is. I'm going to go ahead and play through it first. Notice the way I'm phrasing it. Again, use the track for reference or this video. Notice the way I'm phrasing certain things. I'm not just playing it all in one stream of notes. So I'm going to go through this phrase by phrase for you. First phrase is just the open C string. Okay. Then the next phrase is 4 notes. We're going to go open C string, 2nd fret C string, open E string, 3rd fret E string. So it goes like this. Okay, so our next phrase is 3 notes. It's going to be on the A string, open, 2nd fret, open. Next phrase is another 3-note phrase. It's 2nd fret on the A string, 3rd fret A string, 1st fret E string. Next phrase, and the final phrase of this initial first line, is 2nd fret A string, and then 3rd fret A string. So overall we have this so far. Okay. Then the last line here in our tab goes like this. It starts just the exact same way. Open C string for our first phrase in there. The next phrase is the same thing. Open, 2nd fret C string, open E string, 3rd fret E string. And then we've got a little change here. Open A string for our next phrase, 2nd fret A string, ending that on the open E string. So that phrase goes like this. And then we finally wrap this whole lead line up by doing 2 notes. It's open E string to the 1st fret E string. So that second line goes like this. Thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I hope you enjoyed those 4 fun and easy ukulele riffs. Again, all of those are contained in my Part 2 Ukulele Riffs book, as mentioned, and it will be in the link below. Also, feel free to subscribe and like this video. It'd mean a lot to me to help me to know that I'm doing something right, so that way I can make more of these videos for you guys. Also, in my channel, I've got other videos that are covering ukulele riffs just like this one. So search for those and have some fun, you guys. I'll see you in the next one.